the final dance to 5 red light. And it's lights out and away we go. Shackles seems to have got a better start than Votingweb. Indeed, Votingweb down to second already. Shackles on the inside takes the race lead. Votingweb has not got the start he would have wanted it. He's almost drawing back behind his teammate. Is 3 wide at the front is Shackles from Pyro. Votingweb on the outside. Pyro getting all the way out of shape. Votingweb goes squeezing through the middle. And Shackles leads from Votingweb and Pyro and Petaflat are side by side. Pyro gets himself ahead of the Red Bull. D10 behind getting past Power GT. And Votingweb drops down to second at the start. As well, Pyro and Petaflat side by side. Pyro on the outside, Petaflat on the inside. Through 6. Very close to contact. Pyro still managing to hang it around the outside. And he seems to have got just about ahead. Petaflat goes wide, gets squeezed off by Pyro. Pyro manages to stay ahead. Petaflat is going to be looking at a move on Pyro. He goes to the inside. Pyro defending quite late from the Red Bull driver, but Petaflat gets through with the DRS. There's not much Pyro can do about that. And here comes Power GT as well. Power GT on the outside. Is he going to go around the outside of Pyro? That's side by side. Power GT now have the inside line, but swings back to Pyro, who stays ahead.
Oh!
Oh
Big
no!
Contact and Jack Imax being forced round. There was some
Contact
contact
with
between
D10,
him and Sweatback Flame.
And El Plan got involved in that as well.
Yeah, and El Plan's Jack Imac had a bit of a half spin, and then El Plan just kind of had nowhere to go and was drove straight into him, and that's what caused Jack Imac to do a full 360 degrees rotation.
And Pyro's in.
That's a early stop.
It's going on to the mediums. That is a very early stop from Pyro. There's a yellow flag. What's happened? Sweatback Flame's gone off, I think. Yes, he has. Sweatback Flame's gone round, and that's a virtual safety car. He's also hit the wall. He's missing his front wing. So that's brought out the VSC. We might see Shackles in, to be honest. He doesn't come in, though. So, or the Votingweb comes in. That's interesting, considering he's on the harder compound. He goes for the... and he goes onto the hard tyres. I feel like that's quite a bold strategy from the Mercedes. It's 21 seconds from Shackles down to Votingweb. That's the gap we need to keep an eye on then. And it is coming down. Obviously, Votingweb's tyres are fresher and newer. That gap's coming down by about 3 seconds in the span of just about a sector since I last checked it. So Votingweb is definitely faster than Shackles in this stage of the race. Possibly it was a blunder from the Ferrari to not have come in under the virtual safety car. So I think this strategy is going to absolutely pay off for Votingweb. Because he's going to catch up to where Shackles is. And then possibly he'll be able to get himself past as well. And then Shackles has to make another pit stop. There's a yellow flag at the final corner. That is Shackles has gone round at the last corner. Shackles just spun out from the race lead. I'm not sure if he hit the wall. No, he's not got any damage, but he's made a very costly mistake in this race. Now Votingweb goes through into P5. Petaflat now leads from Liam Bewalder and Power GT as Zach Speech retires in the pit lane. D10 is not at all behind those 3 ahead of him. And Votingweb is catching up to this battle incredibly rapidly. Power GT is slow off the exit of the final corner. And D10 is alongside him already. Although Power GT is quicker in a straight line. And he also has the slipstream to Liam Bewalder. Liam Bewalder moves over. And now D10's the one in the slipstream. It's going to be 3 wide into turn 1. D10 and Power GT. Power GT goes right the way around the outside. Gets himself alongside Liam Bewalder and ahead. It's a double overtake from Power GT there. That's a very nice move. Gets himself up into second place. But all that battling has now allowed Votingweb to catch up to that group in front of him. So Votingweb is going to be trying to get past Liam Bewalder as soon as he possibly can. Is he going to go for it into turn 7? He had to be brave to go for a move there, but he has gone for one and he's made it work. That's a very nice move. D10 is alongside with the DRS before the corner, long before the corner. And Votingweb's going to try and get past the Aston Martin as well. He gets himself ahead of Power GT. Now can he go for D10? The gap up front is 4.4 seconds from D10 to Petaflat. But when Votingweb gets into the lead, I don't think that gap will be nearly as sizable. And Votingweb goes down the inside into second place there. There's a bit of contact between Votingweb and D10, but the Mercedes driver does get himself up into second place, and now he's going to hunt down Petroflat for P1. The gap is now only half a second. Look how much more grip Votingweb has compared to Petroflat in front of him. And now Votingweb's going to get the DRS. He's so much quicker off the exit of that corner. And on lap 16, around the outside, Votingweb retakes the race lead. He lost it on lap 1. On lap 16 is when he regains it. Votingweb gets ahead of Petroflat and takes over P1. His final XLR race. Just over half race distance. He is into the race lead, and into the pits comes Petroflat. And indeed, D10 is into the pit lane. From second place, D10 bolts on a set of the medium compound. So he'll be going to the end of the race on that. Petroflat gets past Fossil, 2 Red Bulls swapping positions. And through goes Petroflat on Sneaky Lagger. As I say that, though, Petroflat is now up into second place. Around the outside goes Fuzzle. Can he make the move work? It's going to be a bold move if we can make it done. They're still side by side. Fuzzle now has the inside line into turn 6. Still side by side here. Oh, there's contact. No, Jack Imac's been spun around. The champion has made contact with Fuzzle, and he's gone round at turn 6, that is. And now he's about to be passed by his teammates as well, I think. And not quite. Jack's gone straight on. I'm not sure what's happened with Jack. The fireworks have started around the stadium section for one last time, around the final corner. And for the final time, Votingweb wins an XLR Grand Prix. So for one last time, that Votingweb is victorious. Followed by Petroflat, Sneaky Lagger stealing it on time penalties. Power GT, Pyro, Liam Bewalder, Giannuzzi, D10, Shakos, Fuzzle, Jack Imac, Jammy Dodge, L-Plan, and Sweatback Flame last of the finishers then. Not finishing is Jay-Z, Techsport, Zakisby, Stefan, Teeks, and Fresh.